Welcome, dear seekers of truth and enlightenment. Today, we're going to explore 12 strange experiences that are unique to those who vibrate at a higher frequency. These phenomena often perplex and astound those who encounter them, yet they hold profound significance for our spiritual growth and understanding of the universe. As we navigate this vast cosmos of energy and consciousness, we sometimes encounter experiences that defy conventional explanation. These occurrences are not mere coincidences or flights of fancy, but rather glimpses into the deeper workings of reality itself. They are signposts on our spiritual journey, guiding us towards greater awareness and connection with the divine. Let's begin with the first strange experience. Spontaneous waves of bliss and ecstasy. Have you ever been going about your day, perhaps engaged in a mundane task, when suddenly, without warning, you're overwhelmed by a wave of pure joy and bliss? This experience is not tied to any external event or circumstance. It simply washes over you, leaving you breathless and in awe of the sheer beauty of existence. This phenomenon is a hallmark of high vibrational living. As we raise our frequency, we become more attuned to the inherent bliss that permeates the universe. We tap into a wellspring of joy that exists beyond the realm of physical sensation or emotional reaction. It's a direct experience of the divine, a momentary merging with the fabric of creation itself. But why does this happen? And why only to those vibrating at a higher frequency? The answer lies in the nature of reality itself. At its core, the universe is not a collection of separate objects and beings, but a unified field of consciousness and energy. As we elevate our vibration, we align more closely with this fundamental truth. The barriers between our individual consciousness and the universal consciousness begin to dissolve.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
In these moments of spontaneous bliss, we're experiencing a temporary dissolution of the ego, that part of us that maintains the illusion of separateness. We're touching the infinite, feeling the pulse of creation coursing through our veins. It's a reminder of our true nature, a glimpse of the ecstasy that awaits us when we fully awaken to our divine essence. But these experiences are not just pleasant diversions. They serve a crucial purpose in our spiritual evolution. Each wave of bliss acts as a cosmic reset button, clearing away accumulated stress and negativity. They remind us of the joy that is our birthright, motivating us to continue our spiritual practice even when the path becomes challenging. For those who haven't experienced this phenomenon, it might seem far-fetched or even impossible. But for high vibrational individuals, it becomes a regular occurrence, a cherished aspect of their spiritual journey. It's important to note, however, that chasing these experiences or trying to force them to happen is counterproductive. They arise naturally as a result of our overall vibrational state, not from any specific action or technique. The second strange experience unique to high vibrational people is the ability to see energy fields and auras. As we elevate our consciousness, our perception expands beyond the limitations of our physical senses. We begin to perceive the subtle energy fields that surround all living beings. These fields, often referred to as auras, are not visible to the naked eye under normal circumstances. Yet, for those vibrating at a higher frequency, they become as clear and as tangible as physical objects. What exactly are we seeing when we perceive these energy fields? Essentially, we're witnessing the life forms For high vibrational individuals, this ability often develops gradually, It might start with fleeting glimpses of colors or light around people and objects. Over time, as our sensitivity increases, these perceptions become clearer and more consistent. We might see intricate patterns of light, swirling colors, or even specific shapes and symbols within the aura. This ability is not just a fascinating curiosity. It provides invaluable insights into the true nature of reality and our interconnectedness with all of creation. When we see energy fields, we're directly perceiving the underlying unity of all things. We see beyond the illusion of separateness and recognize the common life force that flows through everything. Moreover, this ability can be a powerful tool for healing and personal growth. By observing the energy fields of ourselves and others, we can identify imbalances, blockages, or areas of stagnation. This information can guide our healing efforts, whether through energy work, meditation, or other spiritual practices. However, with this ability comes great responsibility. As we become aware of the energy fields of others, we must respect their privacy and boundaries. It's not our place to invade someone's energetic space or make judgments based on what we perceive. Instead, we can use this ability with compassion and wisdom, offering support and healing when appropriate and asked for. The third strange experience is the phenomenon of synchronicities and meaningful coincidences. High vibrational individuals often find themselves in a state of flow where everything seems to align perfectly. They experience an uncanny series of coincidences that seem too meaningful to be random chance. Perhaps you think of an old friend, and moments later, they call you. Or you keep seeing the same number sequence everywhere you look. Maybe you randomly open a book to find exactly the wisdom you needed in that moment. These synchronicities are more than just amusing coincidences. They're signs that we're in alignment with the universal flow, that we're dancing in harmony with the cosmic rhythm. They're messages from the universe, guiding us on our path and confirming that we're headed in the right direction. But why do high vibrational people experience these synchronicities more frequently? It's because they're more attuned to the subtle language of the universe. They've quieted the constant chatter of the mind and opened themselves to receive guidance from higher realms. They're actively co-creating with the universe, and these synchronicities are the universe's way of acknowledging this partnership. These experiences can be both thrilling and profound. They remind us that we're not alone in this vast cosmos, that there's an intelligence far greater than our individual minds at work. They encourage us to trust in the flow of life, to surrender our need for control and allow ourselves to be guided by divine wisdom. However, it's crucial to approach these experiences with discernment. Not every coincidence is a sign from the universe, and not every sign should be taken literally. The key is to stay open and aware, to notice these occurrences without becoming obsessed with finding meaning in every little thing. The fourth strange experience is the ability to communicate with plants, animals, and nature spirits. As we raise our vibration, we become more sensitive to the consciousness that permeates all of creation. We begin to recognize that everything in nature, from the mightiest oak tree to the tiniest blade of grass, is imbued with its own unique awareness. High vibrational individuals often find themselves able to communicate with these beings on a deep, intuitive level. This communication doesn't usually involve words in the way we typically think of them. Instead, it's a form of direct knowing, a transmission of feelings, images, and impressions. You might stand before a tree and suddenly understand its history, its needs, its joys and sorrows. You might look into the eyes of an animal and feel a profound connection, a mutual recognition of the shared life force that animates you both. Some high vibrational individuals also report encounters with nature spirits. the consciousness that oversees and maintains natural spaces. These encounters can be profoundly transformative, offering insights into the interconnected web of life and our place within it. This ability to communicate with nature is not just a fascinating experience, it's a crucial step in our spiritual evolution. It helps us remember our place in the natural world, fostering a deep sense of connection and responsibility towards our planet and all its inhabitants. It reminds us that we are not separate from nature, but an integral part of it. As we cultivate this ability, we might find ourselves naturally drawn to spend more time in nature. We might feel called to particular places or plants, guided by an inner knowing that there's wisdom to be gained there. We might even feel compelled to become advocates for nature, speaking up for the voiceless and working to protect the natural world. However, this ability also comes with its challenges. As we become more sensitive to the consciousness in nature, we may find ourselves overwhelmed by the pain and destruction we perceive in the world. We might feel the grief of a forest being cleared, or the distress of animals in factory farms. It's important to balance this sensitivity with practices that help us stay grounded and centered. The fifth strange experience is the activation of extrasensory perception. High vibrational individuals often find themselves developing abilities that go beyond the five physical senses. These might include clairvoyance, clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing, clairsentience, clear feeling, or claircognizance, clear knowing. These abilities allow us to perceive information beyond what's available through our physical senses. For instance, you might start having vivid, prophetic dreams that offer glimpses of future events, or you might suddenly know things about people or situations without any logical explanation. You might hear guidance or messages from spiritual beings, or see visions of other times and places. These extrasensory abilities are not supernatural powers, but rather natural extensions of our consciousness as we raise our vibration. They are latent abilities that we all possess, but which typically lie dormant until we reach a certain level of spiritual development. As these abilities awaken, it can be both exciting and disorienting. Suddenly, we're receiving information from sources we can't explain through conventional means. We might find ourselves knowing things we couldn't possibly know, or sensing the thoughts and emotions of others. It's important to approach the development of these abilities with patience and discernment. Just as we had to learn to interpret the information from our physical senses as children, we must now learn to interpret and integrate this new influx of extrasensory information. It's a process that requires practice, guidance, and a healthy dose of skepticism. Moreover, as these abilities develop, we must be mindful of using them ethically. Just because we can perceive someone's thoughts or emotions doesn't mean we should invade their privacy. These abilities should be used in service of our own growth and the highest good of all, not for personal gain or manipulation. The sixth strange experience is the phenomenon of time distortion. High vibrational individuals often report experiencing time in a non-linear way. They might find that time seems to speed up or slow down dramatically, or that they lose track of time altogether when engaged in certain activities. Some even report experiences of being outside of time during deep meditation or spiritual experiences. This phenomenon occurs because as we raise our vibration, we begin to transcend the limitations of our three-dimensional reality. Time, as we typically experience it, is a construct of this 3D world. But at higher levels of consciousness, we start to perceive the eternal now, the timeless realm where past, present, and future exist simultaneously. These experiences of time distortion can be profoundly transformative. They offer us a glimpse into the true nature of reality, beyond the illusions of linear time and separate events. They remind us that our true essence exists beyond the constraints of time and space. However, these experiences can also be challenging to integrate into our daily lives. We still need to function in a world that operates on linear time. Learning to balance our expanded perception with the practical needs of everyday life is an important part of the spiritual journey. Is time truly linear, or is that just our limited perception? How might our lives change if we could access the eternal now at will? These are questions worth pondering as we continue to expand our consciousness and explore the mysteries of existence. As we conclude this first part of our exploration, remember that these experiences, while strange and often inexplicable by conventional standards, are natural outcomes of our spiritual evolution. They're not goals to be achieved, but rather signposts on our journey to higher consciousness. In the next part, we'll delve into 6 more strange experiences that are unique to high vibrational individuals. Until then, stay open to the mysteries of the universe and trust in the wisdom of your own expanding consciousness. As we continue our exploration of the strange experiences unique to high vibrational individuals, let's dive into the 7th phenomenon, the ability to perceive multiple dimensions and parallel realities. High vibrational people often report glimpses or even extended experiences of realities beyond our familiar 3-dimensional world. These experiences can range from fleeting visions to full-blown journeys into other dimensions or parallel universes. You might suddenly perceive layers of reality superimposed on our physical world, like seeing the energetic structure underlying physical matter. Or you might have vivid experiences of alternate versions of your life, where different choices led to different outcomes. These experiences can be profoundly disorienting at first. Our minds are conditioned to perceive reality in a certain way, and when that perception expands, it can challenge our entire understanding of existence. It's like a 2-dimensional being suddenly perceiving the 3rd dimension, mind-bending and potentially overwhelming. But why does this happen? As we raise our vibration, we align more closely with the true multidimensional nature of reality. We begin to perceive beyond the limitations of our physical senses and our conditioned beliefs about what's real and what's possible. These experiences offer us a broader perspective on our lives and our place in the cosmos. They remind us that our physical reality is just one aspect of a much vaster existence. They can help us understand the interconnectedness of all things and the infinite possibilities that exist in every moment. However, it's crucial to stay grounded as we explore these expanded states of perception. While these experiences can be incredibly enlightening, we must also be able to function in our day-to-day, 3-dimensional reality. The key is to integrate these expanded perceptions into our lives in a balanced way, using them to inform and enrich our earthly existence rather than escaping from it. The 8th strange experience is the activation of dormant DNA and the emergence of new abilities. Many spiritual traditions speak of humanity's untapped potential, locked away in our junk DNA. As we raise our vibration, some individuals report experiencing physical and mental changes that seem to indicate an activation of this dormant genetic material. You might suddenly develop new talents or abilities that you never had before. Perhaps you find yourself able to pick up new languages with ease, or you discover a sudden aptitude for mathematics or music. Some people report enhanced physical abilities, increased intuition, or even the emergence of healing powers. These changes often come with physical sensations as well. You might feel tingling or buzzing sensations in your body, especially along the spine or at the crown of the head. Some people experience intense heat or energy moving through their bodies. From a spiritual perspective, This activation is seen as part of our evolution as a species. We're unlocking abilities that have always been within us, dormant until we reached a certain level of consciousness. However, it's important to approach these changes with discernment and patience. Not every new sensation or ability is necessarily a sign of DNA activation. It's crucial to stay grounded and to seek guidance if you're experiencing dramatic changes. The ninth strange experience is the phenomenon of light body activation. As we continue to raise our vibration, some individuals report experiencing what's often referred to as light body activation. This is a process where our physical body gradually becomes less dense and more light-filled. You might experience this as a sensation of lightness or buoyancy in your body. Colors might appear brighter, and you might perceive a glow or aura around yourself and others. Some people report feeling as if they're vibrating at a higher frequency, or as if their body is humming with energy. This process is believed to be a part of our evolution towards a more light-based form of existence. It's a gradual transformation where our physical body aligns more closely with our higher dimensional aspects. The light body activation process can come with its challenges. You might experience periods of intense energy or fatigue as your body adjusts to the higher frequencies. You might find yourself more sensitive to foods, environments, and energies around you. It's important to support this process with self-care practices. Eating light, nutritious foods, spending time in nature, and engaging in energy practices like meditation or yoga can help ease the transition. The 10th strange experience is the ability to manifest instantly. High vibrational individuals often find that their thoughts and intentions materialize into reality much more quickly than before. You might think of something you need and find it appearing in your life almost immediately. Or you might set an intention only to see it manifest in surprising and synchronistic ways. This rapid manifestation occurs because as we raise our vibration, we align more closely with the creative force of the universe. We become more effective co-creators, able to shape our reality through our thoughts and intentions. However, this ability comes with great responsibility. Our thoughts and emotions become incredibly powerful, manifesting quickly into our reality. This means we must be mindful of our inner state, careful about what we focus on and what we wish for. It's also important to remember that instant manifestation doesn't mean we can control everything in our lives. The universe still has its own wisdom and timing. Sometimes, what we think we want isn't actually what's best for our highest good or the highest good of all. The key is to hold our intentions lightly, to trust in the wisdom of the universe, and to remain open to outcomes that might be even better than what we initially envisioned. The 11th strange experience is the phenomenon of timeline jumping. High vibrational individuals sometimes report experiences of suddenly shifting into what feels like a different timeline or version of reality. You might wake up one day to find that things in your life are subtly, or sometimes dramatically, different from what you remember. These shifts can be disorienting. You might find that events you clearly remember never happened in this new timeline, or that relationships and circumstances have changed in ways you can't explain. From a quantum perspective, this phenomenon aligns with the idea of parallel universes or the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. As we raise our vibration, we become more fluid in our movement between these parallel realities. These experiences of timeline jumping often come with a sense of déjà vu, or a feeling of everything clicking into place. You might feel as if you've shifted into a reality that's more aligned with your highest path or purpose. However, it's important to approach these experiences with discernment. Not every change in our lives is necessarily a timeline jump. Sometimes our perception or memory of events can shift as we gain new perspectives. It's crucial to stay grounded and to seek support if these experiences become distressing or disorienting. The 12th and final strange experience we'll explore is the emergence of past life memories or skills. As we raise our vibration, the veils between our current incarnation and our past lives can begin to thin. Some high vibrational individuals start to access memories, knowledge, or skills from past incarnations. You might suddenly have vivid recollections of places you've never been in this life, or find yourself drawn to certain historical periods or cultures. You might discover talents or abilities that seem to come from nowhere, as if you've always known how to do something you've never learned in this life. These past life memories or skills often emerge in ways that are relevant to our current life path or spiritual growth. They might offer insights into patterns we're working to heal or provide us with tools to fulfill our life purpose. However, it's important to approach these experiences with discernment. Not every vivid imagination or unexplained ability is necessarily a past life memory. The goal isn't to get caught up in the details of past lives, but to use any insights or abilities that emerge to support our growth and service in this life. As we reflect on these 12 strange experiences, it's important to remember that they're not goals to be achieved or badges of spiritual accomplishment. They're simply potential experiences that may arise as we continue to raise our vibration and expand our consciousness. Each person's spiritual journey is unique. You might experience some of these phenomena, but not others. Or you might have experiences that aren't listed here. The key is to remain open, curious, and discerning as we navigate these expanded states of consciousness. It's also crucial to remember that with expanded perception and abilities comes increased responsibility. As we become more aware of the interconnected nature of reality and our role as co-creators, we must use our expanded awareness and abilities in service of the highest good of all. These experiences can be profound and transformative, but they're not the end goal of our spiritual journey. They're signposts along the way, inviting us to continue expanding our understanding of ourselves and the universe. As we integrate these experiences, we're called to bring the wisdom and insights we gain back into our everyday lives. How can we use our expanded perception to create more love, compassion, and harmony in the world? How can we use our abilities to be of service to others and to support the evolution of consciousness on our planet? These are the questions that truly matter as we navigate the strange and wonderful experiences of high vibrational living. May we approach this journey with humility, wonder, and a deep commitment to growth and service. As we conclude this exploration, take a moment to reflect on your own journey. Have you experienced any of these phenomena? How have they changed your understanding of yourself and the world around you? How might you use these experiences to support your growth and to be of service to others? Remember, the most important aspect of our spiritual journey is not the strange experiences we might have, but how we integrate the wisdom and insights from these experiences into our daily lives. It's about becoming more loving, more compassionate, more aware, and more of service to the world around us. So, as you continue on your path of raising your vibration and expanding your consciousness, stay open to the wonders and mysteries of the universe, but also stay grounded in love, compassion, and service. For it's in the balance of the extraordinary and the everyday that we find true spiritual growth and fulfillment.